Hi friends, let's work on lesson 7-7 in math today. I'm on page 431 in our math books. Make sure to grab your math book, a pencil, and in case you need it, your 120 chart. Okay, our I can statement is I can find better, faster ways to solve problems. All right, so on page 431, let's read the problem on the top. How can you find the number of apples on the ground without counting them one at a time? Explain your shortcut. Okay, so instead of counting each apple by ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on, what is one way to count them quicker and faster? I think about it. One way I can do it is group them. Right? We can group them in fives, or we can even group them by tens. I'd like to group them in groups with 10 each, just to make it faster, and that way I can count by tens. So let's do that. It doesn't really matter where each apple goes in what group, as long as there is 10 in a group. Let's go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to group these apples together. Okay, and it's easier to do that because they're all right next to each other here. Okay, let's do some over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm marking them as I'm counting them so that way I know that these apples belong in the same group.
Good morning.
Okay?
Good afternoon. Pardon the interruption.
And then
Clever is currently down right now. Some people may be getting
I have
an outage and
a few remaining apples. What am I going to count these by?
Thank you.
Okay? Go ahead and think about that. If I have some remaining, can I make another group of 10? No, I can't. I don't have enough. So I'm going to count these by ones. Let's count the groups first. Ready? 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Okay, so there are 25 apples in all. Now here it says I counted by what? What did I count by? Well, we grouped them in a group with 10 each. So I counted by tens. And I realized that there were 25 apples in all. Notice that first grade, I grouped them first and then I counted them. Okay, and that was a much better and faster way to solve the problem. Let's turn to the next page. On page 432, we are also going to look for shortcuts to count on. Okay? Let's take a look at number 1. Now, they gave us a box with a number on it. So they already have some shoes in the box. Here it says 30 shoes. So we know that there already are 30 shoes in the box. We need to continue to count on. Remember, a quick way is to group the items first. We don't want to count them by ones. Right? We don't want to do that because that takes way too long. Okay, so what do you think they counted by here? It looks like they grouped them in groups of 10. Okay, so they probably counted by tens. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so they made a group here of 10. And let's see this group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I wonder why they didn't make a circle around these groups. Maybe there weren't enough. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there is not enough to make another group of 10. Let's go ahead and start counting to see how many there are in all. But don't forget, we already have 30 in this box. So we're going to count on from 30 Okay, and what are we counting on by? We're counting by tens. Ready? Go ahead and touch the number. 30, 40, 50. Don't forget to count the leftovers by ones. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. So there are 58 shoes in all. It says I counted on by, well, we counted on by tens first, and then the leftovers by ones. So we counted on by tens and ones. And it was a good idea to group them in groups of 10 first grade because 30 is a multiple of 10. Multiples of tens end with 0. So it's easier to continue counting on by tens starting at 30. Let's take a look at number 2. Number 2 has a box that says 60 muffins. So I already know that there are 60 muffins in here. Just by looking at the number here, I already decided to count and make them in groups of 10 because it's easier to continue to count on by tens if my number is 60. So let's group the muffins in groups of 10. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I always want to group the items that are near each other. Okay, here's one group of 10. Let's do some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I was able to make another group of 10. Can I make another group of 10 here? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. So let's go ahead and count on. Remember, you're counting on from 60. 60, and since we grouped them in groups of 10, we're going to count on by tens. Ready? 70, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. So there are 84 muffins in all. What did we count on by? Well, we counted on by tens, and then we counted on by ones. We counted these leftovers by ones. Okay, let's go ahead and turn to the next page. You're going to do the same thing. How many in all? Use a shortcut to count on. Tell what shortcut you used. Okay, so the shortcuts are when we group the items in tens or fives or whatever it is you decide to group them in. Number 3, there are already 25 watches in the box. 25. Maybe that it would be easy to group them in groups of 5. 25, 30, 35, and so on and so forth. Number 4 has 32. So if 25 is a multiple of 5, so it might be easy to group them in groups of 5s here. But 32, if this ends with a 2, then I think it's a good idea if you group them in groups of 2 and count on by 2. 32, 34, 36, okay? So always take a look at the number they give you first and then make a decision on what shortcut you want to use. Number 5, they started off with 45 books. If they started off with 45 books, I might want to group them in groups of 5 just to continue the pattern. Okay, this one we said 2. And here, there are 30 desks in the classroom already, and we need to continue and count on. Now, there might not be enough to continue to count on by 10s, so you can either count on by 5s or 1s, whatever it is that you choose. So remember, how many in all? Don't forget to count on and tell me what shortcut you used.